Hey, hey, hey. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Simply Blossoming Tarot. I'm Gigi, and this is my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Now I feel like the camera is too close. I had it back, pushed it back, and I was like, that's too far. Girl, I can't find that medium. Okay, let's see. Alright, that's a little better. I got a little bit of TV, but that's okay. Alright, y'all. So this is the I just love doing this. This is the Pluto and Aquarius video reading, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna look at all the zodiac signs as well. I just hopped right into it, but if you ordered a reading, booked a reading, it is on the way. Okay, I think I only have like 2 more to do, and then I'll be back, at 0 to where I'm not, bagged up or whatever. So, or there's no wait or there's no line. And right now is a good time to book because I have a chunk of time available, and off, okay, up to the 27th. All right. So now is your time to get while the getting is hot. All right. But yes, welcome in. All right, Pluto and Aquarius, y'all. I got some things channeled down. Hold on, let me write this. I have some things channeled down that I feel is going to pop up within this transit, and it's going to go in and out. It's not going to stay in Aquarius for the whole 284 years. It's going to move around a little bit, but movement with Pluto is not very common. So we're going to see a lot of change, and it's connected to like the decade shift. Like if everyone go into their birth chart and they have like a lot of people within like the 10-year, like the generation gap, Gen Z, Gen whatever, baby boomers, normally they all have the same Pluto placement because it's like a gap of or a group of people who were born within like 10 years time frame. It's very slow moving, it's very off to the side, okay? And even that, I love that Pluto is slow moving because a lot of the things that it's connected to is really asking us to take our time, okay? Don't rush through anything when it comes to this placement. Take your time. Pluto is very like off to itself, very Scorpio vibe, very off to itself, just doing its own thing, was the last to be discovered, the last Mohegan, doing its own thing. I feel like we're going to be in that energy, or we're needing to kind of step into that energy and not, listen to me, not cut corners. Don't try to cut corners. Cheat your way to the top, connive your way to the top, lie your way to the top. Baby, Pluto is the planet of exposure. Do you hear me? Right now it's not the time to scam. Right now ain't the time to be trying to do something, covering up something. Right now ain't the time to be hitting the lick. It is a no-go. Okay? The thing about Pluto is that it basically calls us to be our authentic selves. So we're probably going to see a lot of PR spins in the media, a lot of exposure, especially connected to the sign of Aquarius or the house of Aquarius, which is humanitarian issues. So things that are inhumane could be coming out, or inhumane practices. What else? What's it called? Well, I'll get into that in a little bit because I'm like, y'all know me, I can go all over the place. But the internet is connected to Aquarius. Technology is connected to Aquarius energy. Anything unethical could be coming up to the surface. Things that need to go ahead and die away. Things that need to foundations that are built on lies or conniving energy, negative energy, all of that. Another thing that this placement is bringing is ego deaths, y'all, especially for my Aquarius. Okay, especially for my Aquarius. I feel like Aquarius, we've been in the energy of kind of recognizing that. I know for myself, I was triggered and I recognized like ego or whatever, and how ego just becomes a barrier in some way, shape, or form. And what it does is it keeps you like overly protected. You know what I mean? To the point to where it's just like, you meet somebody and you're like, you plotting against me, what's going on, like that, you know what I mean? So that's all about needing to go within and look at our like subconscious fears or what we have going on, okay? But just a little background of Pluto. The word comes from Plutos, which is the Greek god of wealth. That's another thing about Pluto placement in Aquarius. I feel like they're honestly, I think that tech is going to be considered, because Pluto is connected to the god of wealth, right? But it's the wealth that comes from the underground, all right? So the wealth that comes from diamonds being mined or oils being found, right? And I kind of talked about this, or certain metals being found, right? So I do think that there's going to be almost like like the California gold rush or whatever, but it's going to be connected to the metal that is being used in tech, okay? So if you are an investor or whatever the heck, if you can get your hands on or connected to the business of metal mining, I guess that's what you call it, because I don't really know the actual metal names, the properties. I don't know the properties that they're digging up, but something, or we can see, well, no, I can say that. It's going to be a lot of demand on metals, or it's an opportunity to invest in metals that is the foundation of technology, because we're getting ready to step into a very transformational space in technology. Not only just like, oh, the world of tech or whatever, but it's when tech is going to start really seeping into a lot of corners of our day-to-day life, okay? Which I feel like was going to require us to be even more connected with nature and even more grounded. I think that just being around a lot more metals and electricity. We already have certain volts of electricity running within our bodies already. So it's just like, I do think that with Pluto being an Aquarius is also connected to the nervous system. The nervous system is highly connected to the brain, all these things. I do feel like during this transit, we do need to get outside more. We do need to make time to be grounding ourselves, just sitting outside, reading books, working out outside. Y'all, it has been the winter time and I have not really got the chance to work out outside, because that's where I normally do, because I'm a Sagittarius and I love being outside. And I have just really felt the effects. I feel the effects of winter. I'm like, bro, it's a little too cozy for me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was, you could work out in the house or go to the gym, but I'm just a very specific person, okay? Again, I don't know if that Scorpio Pluto energy is already connecting with my energy as an Aquarius, but I've always been very specific on like how I like to work out, to have the best workout and the environment and all this stuff. I don't really like to be crammed up in gyms unless I'm doing Pilates, okay? But I don't really like to be, inside of gyms. I like to work out outside. But anyway, so Plutos is the root word for Pluto, because he is the Greek god of wealth, and it's from the underground. Everything that is connected to Pluto is coming from the underground, okay? That was ridiculous. But what else? Y'all, I have like a whole... Okay, I don't know. I actually don't know what that is. But interesting enough, y'all, Pluto is a feminine planet. It's a girl, okay? That's so cute to me. Pluto is a feminine planet, but it's so interesting because I feel like the most powerful planets in the zodiac are feminine, okay? Like Venus is the shit, okay? The sun is very powerful too because it gives life, and that's masculine, but still. Pluto is connected to transformation, destruction, renewal, death, underworld, regeneration, the subconscious, what lies beneath the mind, what lies beneath the surface. Really huge, y'all. Collective upheaval. Okay. And rebellion. All right. Rebellion. So, the last time that Pluto was in Aquarius, this is one of my favorite things to do, y'all, because it reminds me of art history. But it reminds me of the movements in art, how when you study art, you study about movements or whatever. So the transits or the placements, they all have a historical bracket. This one specifically is 1777 through 1798. Y'all, this is when the American Revolutionary War happened. This is when the French and the Haitians was going at it. Do you hear me? This is like revolts, okay? Revolts. Yeah, even the Irish uprising was happening at this time. So it's a lot, guys. And it takes 248 years for Pluto to go around the sun, to orbit the sun. So, you know, it's a lot going on. Very interesting. Oh, also, around that time, the monarch in France fell. Expect major institutions to fall. Okay, I'm curious as to what was going on when the Roman Empire fell. That's so funny. How have y'all been seeing the stuff on TikTok? How they were like, they asked men, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? And they're like, at least twice a week. And they're like, why are you thinking about that? You know, but I wonder what placements that happened under. Okay, but yeah, the monarch fell. Uranus was discovered, which is so interesting because Uranus became Aquarius's ruling sign, and Pluto is. The transit is that Pluto is moving into Aquarius, okay? What else? Oh, so cool. The Age of Enlightenment happened. And it's funny because I feel like it's low-key happening now, but in a different way. Okay, so when the Age of Enlightenment happened, everything was about logic, reason, science, and individualism and skepticism. Okay, so and I'm not gonna do that, but I can connect that to a movement in art too. But it was all about stepping away from mysticism, stepping away from religion, stepping away from like faith, honestly, of like, no, there is a rational, logical reason that this is happening. You know, it's not that like, but I do feel like at that time it was needed because people were, you know, kind of over the top with like superstitions and things of that nature. So, yes, I don't know. People were like over the top with the superstitions at that time, like, you know, so they started putting science over faith and science over superstition and all these things. Okay, so this transit is going to happen about just overall from January 21st, which was, I want to say yesterday, 2024 to September 3rd. What did I say? Child, I don't even know. It might be 2024. I think that's the first, what's it called? Transit. Now, the 8th house is very much so highlighted in this because that is what Pluto is connected to. Okay, and that's about sex, eroticism, taboo, renewal, death and renewal, inheritance as well. I do feel like we're gonna see a lot of like investment, like real estate sales and investments, or the passing down of real estate. Okay, inheriting things. Okay, all right. Now I'm gonna talk about this first, then go into the signs. So what I got, just kind of intuitively, what's popping up, my downloads that I got was popping up within this this transit is that we're gonna see foundational court decisions. Okay, we're gonna see a lot of things coming out about specifically human trafficking, things that are things that are even like how we're speaking up against genocide right now, and there's a lot of revolting and rebellions all around the country. The problem here is that it's not a problem. I don't think it's a problem, but people are identifying inhumane activity. And because Aquarius is connected to, they're the humanitarian, with Pluto backing Aquarian energy, it's like everybody gonna be like, nah, I'm down for this. Like, I'm down for this cause. You ain't about to do these people like this. You ain't about to do these kids like this. And Pluto is an energy where it really fills you with power. It's like really have you feeling yourself, but in a real way of like, it teaches you how to break away from fears so you can be transformed and renewed and show up in a super powerful way. Scorpionic energy, Pluto energy is very powerful. It is very powerful. It is the energy that backs power moves. It is the energy that backs war moves. Like, it's the energy, bro. It's the energy. So we're going to see a lot of foundational court decisions around that. Not only that, the fact that, here, I'll get it. Pluto is connected to the 8th house that talks about investments, contracts, sex, erotic capital. We may see something going on within the sex worker sector. People's mysteries and secrets out. People's obsessions exposed, y'all. This is gonna be like so wild. Okay, so wild. And then it's connected to Aquarius, which rules the internet. So a lot is gonna be happening on the internet. Okay. But yes, it rules inheritance, Kundalini energy, again, that sexual energy, stalking energy in the underworld, y'all. I mean, it's like people's little seedy little obsessions, and like, bro, stalkers is about to go to jail. Like, you know what I mean? Weird stuff, things, people doing all these weird things. I'm telling y'all, it is gone. Scammers, people that's just doing things that it's like they trying to do it in hiding, you know what I mean? But they're trying to do it in hiding, but like get away with it or try to act like they're one way, this very happy-go-lucky person, whatever. But when they get home, they online like hacking stuff or whatever. I'm telling y'all, it's about to go down. So just make sure you on the straight and narrow, okay? What else? And Pluto is kind of connected to karma as well. Financial resets. I see that being more of a discussion, and this is connected to loans. All right. Now the cool thing is that Pluto is exalted in an Aquarius placement, so that's good. It's not to its detriment. It's in a positive energy that works well together. So I do like that. We may see a rise in paranormal activity through tech. Okay, it's giving a little iRobotish. All right, but things like if people are working in like tech warehouses and stuff like that, the tech seems to like have taken on an energy of its own, or things are starting to turn on and cut off, by itself, or the robot was here when they left last night, but now it's over here when it came in the morning. And it is common that spirits or whatever and paranormal activity does happen through electricity. Okay, so that's interesting. And I talked about this, but it's a rebellion connected to minerals, diamonds, mining, jewels, tech, metals. Something is really big coming out of that, and something is really big connecting to like the mistreatment of humans. Okay, whether that's human trafficking, it's a lot of seedy shit going on. So a lot of things is getting ready to be pushed up to the surface. Okay, but main thing here for you, just like personally at home, watch out for self-destruction. Okay, this is the energy, or this is the time to use this energy to claim your personal power. Okay, Whatever you have claimed to have taking power over you, aka an addiction, a relationship, a person, a family member, a book, a doctrine, a religion, whatever. It is time to take back your personal power. It is time for you to think for yourself. It is time for you to make decisions for yourself. Okay, it is time for you to go into solitude and figure out your own emotions. Okay, it is time for you to stop the or being around the energy or whatever. This is not the time for bullying, groupthink, mean girl, and all of that. You clicking up with people, and I see that also not in well, or being exposed. If you are a grown ass woman, if you are a grown ass man, you should not be in the energy of groupthink. You should be able to make decisions for yourself. Okay, you should be able to think for your damn self and to figure shit out mainly for yourself. You can ask for advice and everything else. You should be able to dress yourself. Okay. Now that kind of reminds me of how I was talking about the Age of Enlightenment, where it was all about reason, individualism, and skepticism. I really do. I think I'm going to take a deeper dive into researching the Age of Enlightenment, because I feel as if this is actually the energy that we need. Because right now, there's too much, as Bill Cunningham said in his documentary, there's too much cookie cutter. Okay? If you don't know who Bill Cunningham is, he is an amazing, amazing photographer. He ran, it's page 6 of is it the New York Times? I'm not sure, but he used to go out and take pictures of everyone's outfits. Okay, he was like a fashion photographer. He is the foundation of what a lot of you see online now. Okay, or what is the other guy's name? Shoot. The Satarlist as well. He's like the foundation of what that was, and the Satarlist created a new foundation, and now it's trickled down to the point to where it's like all over, you know what I mean? All over Instagram, all over TikTok, whatever. But yes, reason, individualism, and skepticism, bro. I do feel like because Pluto is about stripping away, right? We're gonna see a lot of this sexually as well, where people people are coming to grips with their sexuality or their kinks or what they like or whatever, right? It's all about really finding who you are. And so the thing is that Pluto, or being true to yourself, so Pluto comes and exposes things, so you can be granted the gift for you to be yourself. Okay? Because a lot of times, or like we're in this era where a lot of people are afraid to be themselves, because they feel that if they are really themselves, or they express what they really love or what they want to do or whatever, that they'll be ostracized and they'll be canceled and all of these things. Pluto is coming through and exposing that. And some people may not want to get exposed, but the thing is that Pluto is coming through to expose that, so you can be free. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's interesting. But individualism is something, I feel like it's the root and the foundation of this transit, and it's because we have gone into a society where people have lost themselves, and they're kind of like searching to find who they are, but they're searching to find whether it's too much about inspiration. Feeling like people should wake up inspired and already know, like, like you go into Home Depot, right? And say you want to say you want to make a painting, right? So you're in not Home Depot. What is the other one? Hobby Lobby or whatever, right? So you're like, oh, I like this color paint, and I like this color paint, and I like this color paint, and this is the vision that I have for my canvas. That's just what life is. Like, you should be able to wake up and say, okay, my body is the canvas. This is what I want to put on. This is what I like. This is what I'm feeling today. Right? Okay, my career life, this is the canvas. Oh, okay, I think I really like finance. I think I'm really into fashion. I think I'm really into writing. I think I'm really into whatever. Okay, this is what I want to do. Oh, this is the type of business that I want. And it's, oh, I like to drink out of coffee mugs every day. Oh, maybe I should make a mug business. Or, oh, I like making teas. Maybe I should make a tea business. It's like things that it's time for people to really go on their own journey of self-discovery so they can actually walk in the energy of individualism, for them to understand themselves on a deeper level of who they are, what makes them tick, why they're doing what they're doing again. And that's why Pluto is connected to the energy of the subconscious, because a lot of us, I don't think that we realize how much our subconscious is kind of being tampered with looking at the phone all day, or looking at the computer all day, or seeing repetitive things, or having repetitive conversations that may not be very positive or whatever, right? And how it's skewing our perspective of ourselves, our self-narrative, and not only that, but the narrative in which we operate in our day-to-day, of like what life is for us, and what's our options, and how we see life, and on what spectrum are we being active in life on, or can we can we not, or how optimistic are we, or how pessimistic are we, or all like that. Or this is right, this is wrong, whether it's a religion, whether it's a script, whether it's a self-help book, whether it's it's time for people to understand who they are at a core level and at a fundamental level, without all of the outside, all the outside messaging, all the outside advice, all the guruing, all the books, all the scrolling, no. And again, Pluto, I do feel like everybody individually on a level is going to start to make more time for themselves to be able to think about whether it's journaling, therapy, whatever. But I can see everyone as a collective going a little bit more inward to figure out like, especially in things connected to Aquarian energy and Pluto energy, but then we'll go into the signs, separately or whatever, which I really do think is going to play a big role, but which is connected to, personal power, the taboo, the clearing away of things. What are the obsessions that we have, right? What are the extremes that we have? What, it's a lot of deep diving, okay? It's a lot of deep diving. But all of this coming up to the surface, bro, is really recreating things. It reminds me of composting, where you put the eggshells and you put the shit and you put the banana peels and you put the things that could be decomposed in a pile, and then guess what? That becomes the richest, most beautifulest black organic soil. When you're doing organic farming or gardening, you want the soil to be black, okay? Period, honey. And that's why, how black always has a negative connotation, bro. Okay? When it comes to the earth, when it comes to nature, when it comes to what God has created, honey, black is not a derogatory term. It means luscious, okay? It means fullness, okay? It means healthiness, all right? So yes, all that. Woo! What else? Now, this is what I love so much. This is what I'm excited for when it comes to us Aquarius, because it's sitting in our first house, okay? Pluto personalities are constantly reinventing themselves. When they fall, they get back up and they keep going. Lately, the Scorpio that has just been very loud and proud for me is Kris Jenner, because, like, number one, she's not gonna play with you. anything that happens with her girls and with her family, right? And somebody call themselves trying her family or her girls, guess what? We suing. We suing, okay? Again, Scorpio is connected to wealth. So and it's connected to power. When you have wealth and power and resources, well, guess what? When things get going, you have places to pull from, right? So Kris Jenner to me is the she's like the epitome of a Scorpio, like dressing down to the nines. Scorpios are connected to opulence, or even like if you look at Drake's house or whatever, it's just like opulent. It's like a modern day Dracula or some shit. I don't know, but very much, you know, opulence, luxury. It's a grand gesture of wealth, you know. And that's just how they are. That's just how they are. They're not trying to be over the top or anything like that. They want their home to look something like a castle, okay? Or a lot of them are connected to that time. Not medieval, but like royal, like a royalty, or like how dynasties used to be. They're very connected to like you know, the gold goblets or the gold dish plates or the gold forks or it's just dripping in luxuriousness, okay? Or like Versace, like the Versace print, like the the quintessential Versace print, or like the LV, like on the luggage. It's just like old, luxurious, classic opulence, you know what I mean? But anyway, yes, the energy is just about like keeping going and keeping going. And then another thing about Kris Jenner, she's very protective. She's private, mysterious. She wears all black. She wears a lot of black, but she's very loving and protective at the same time. But she makes power moves. She is known for her business dealings. And because she has, Scorpios are super intelligent as well. Even her man is a Scorpio. They walk around with a lot of intelligence, and they use it. And like, they use their intelligence like a force. Like, it's amazing, guys. It's totally, but that's why I'm kind of very much so excited for this for Aquarius, because we kind of like sit back or whatever, and we're like, oh, whatever, like we write a lot off. With this Pluto energy being in our first house of the self, and like how we exude our energy and how we connect to ourselves and how we see the world and all these things, I just feel like we're not going to be as passive with a lot of things. We're going to step into that fixed energy of Pluto and just be like, bro, it's up. You know what I mean? Like, it's up. I'm using all my power. I'm using all my resources. I'm going. And that's another thing, Aquarius. We've been very like detached and off to the side. This placement is going to bring us into community, because within us, there's going to be a drive that sparks, whether somebody pisses you off, whether you want to lose weight, whatever it is. So the thing is that there's a drive that's going to spark, right? And then you're going to go out and find it. You're going to find the key. You're going to find you're going to get the results. That's the Kris Jenner energy. That's the Scorpio energy. I'm not going to quit until I see the results that I want to see. I'm not going to stop asking questions until I get the answers that I'm looking for. I'm not going to stop. 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 If I want to win, guess what? I'm going to use my time, my resources, my community, who I know, everything I can do, because I'm going to win. That's Scorpio energy. They don't fucking play around. They don't play around, and they use everything in their power to get that, because there's like a deep seating, they're like volcanoes, bro. It's like a deep seating turning of lava underneath the surface that's just like churning, and it's like, no, I'm gonna win. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm gonna win, baby. Or I'm gonna get, y'all think I'm playing about that? And they do, and they tack on fixed energy. Now, we are both fixed signs, you know, but Aquarius, we have that mentally. So like, if we have a theory or a belief, we're very principle based. We're not budging on our principles. We're very like stubborn like that in terms of our communication and what we think. Like, you can't really tell an Aquarius, you can't get an Aquarius to buy into shit. It's like, no, that don't make sense to me. That is illogical. Why would I do that? Like, if it doesn't make sense to us, then we're not doing it. So we're very Scorpio like in that aspect of like, we're fixed in like our thoughts and our beliefs and things like that. Okay. What else? very Pluto and Aquarius. I'm excited for this because I feel it's just gonna be a very sexually explorative time. The whole 50 Shades of Grey, dominatrix, sub, dom, BDSM, all of that. But it does give that, but it's like pleasure and pain. But the thing is that I just feel like people are going to be a little, especially Aquarius, just a little more open. I don't want to say open. Well, I feel like there's a lot of shame that's connected to sex. So I feel like we're going to be, as a collective, healing a lot of that. Okay. Or even if there's, don't want to trigger anybody, but even if there is history of some sort of trauma, sexual trauma, or anything like that in the past, I do think that those things are going to come up to the surface and to be healed and things like that. But also people being exposed for being abusers and things of that nature. But also it's going to be an exposure of abuse of power. Pluto has the time, has the money, has the resources, has the wealth, but anyone who has been given that, right? They've been given the throne, they've been given the power, or worked for it, or have the power in some sort of way, or found themselves in this power. People who have overly exerted their power in places and spaces or situations that that was unethical, that is being brought up to the surface. Even in terms of, I do think that a lot is going to be coming out about privacy, especially with Pluto being connected with Aquarius. Aquarius is that online energy. So I do think that we can see court cases, documents, or new laws and restrictions around technology in terms of almost like, how we have a fence around our house, right? Well, it's like, everyone will have almost like a tech home, I guess you can say, or like a tech identity or whatever, and it'll be against the law for people to use tech to overstep the bounds of privacy, okay, and hacking and like stuff like that. I do see that coming about, and also being exposed. We're probably going to see a lot of things about like I remember there was a big hacking rollout where like Target was hacked and Home Depot was hacked, and then Best Buy or something like that. And then later on it came out that something in the government was hacked or whatever. And then it was tied to Russia, whatever. I don't know all the ins and outs. Well, I do know the ins and outs, but I don't want to get into detail. I don't want to be flagged or whatever, but I mean, it happened a long time ago. But the thing is that anything that is like connected to that, like conspiring against privacy, I guess you can say, I do feel like there's going to be laws put in place when it comes to that. Even in terms of like obsessiveness, stalker energy, obsessiveness, and things like that. All of these things is being like exposed, and then there's ramifications, or there's rules, laws, and regulations being put around that. You see what I'm saying? And that's what this is what it's all about. That the disgusting, negative, seedy, lowbrow, unethical behaviors, they have to be exposed, they have to be shown, and they have to be revealed so you can heal it. Or so we can then find a new way, a new law, a new structure, a new system to be able to deal with it. So this is like the vibe of like, say you got into it with your best friend or whatever, and y'all haven't talked in years. Well, what's going on in the collective is that it's those two best friends coming together and finally hashing out the things that they didn't want to really talk about. Right? And then it's this is how you made me feel, and then like all the emotions are coming raw back up to the surface, all of that. Again, Pluto is it's connected to, cycles, it's intensity, energy, and it's the energy of reckonings. So I do feel that we're all gonna have our times of like reckonings, maybe some smaller than others, but just surrender, okay? Just surrender. Like for me, I've been trying to get out of my ego as much as possible. Yeah, because I mean, I just don't, I don't, well, we all get the ego check from, from God, universe. But it's just the vibe of like, we can put ourselves, okay. Pluto comes in when we are outside of our personal power. So when we're in the ego, we're not really in our personal power, because if we feel like, competition is there and all this stuff, well, you're only competing because you feel like you have to, like when you're in your personal power, you're like, oh, I'm not worried about that. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not worried about that. So, or if somebody is dealing with addiction, sex addiction is going to come out a lot, but, dealing with like sex addiction or whatever addiction it is, it's the vibe of when things get really, really bad, so you can step into your personal power. That it is no longer a choice for you to give up your power to this thing, right? Because the big scary thing about Pluto is that Pluto will put you in a life and death situation and be like, oh, okay, so what are you going to choose? This is the time that you need to make your personal power. Like, this is the time you need to select your personal power. Like, it's very like matter of fact of like, it will run you down to the ground until you say, okay, let me finally get my shit together. Okay. So it's the vibe of like someone who, somebody having an affair, whatever. They have a sex addiction, whatever. I'm just using this because it's connected to the energy, right? And they just think that they're so slick and like, they've gotten away with it, whatever. And then like they get an STD, right? And like they don't know or whatever. And then their partner's like, okay, why do I have an STD? Like, you see what I'm saying? And then the person is like, oh, okay, well, guess what? I'm taking half of everything. It's like this vibe of like where your addiction starts to manifest in a way of like, if I keep going and doing this, life is not going to be great for me. Like it's not going to be great for me. It's going to be a struggle, all that. So it's that vibe. It's like do or die energy, bro. Like Pluto is that vibe. Like I'm not coming around. I'm not fucking around. Either you say you about what you about or you're not. You know what I mean? So it's that vibe of just like the separation. Okay. And that's it. It's finding what your true identity is. And it's like, it's almost like the vibe is coming up and it's like, okay, are you, well, maybe I shouldn't say that. It's a lot of make it or break it moments, basically. But it's about living in your truth. It's the vibe of like, okay, it reminds me of the Nipsey verse where he was like, where the stories that you tell it unfold at, where your heart, where your soul at. We got old school ways, we expose that. That's literally the vibe of this transit. That's literally the vibe of like, nah, you're going to live in your truth. So whatever that is, be okay with it. So if you're already a person who lives in the energy of authenticity and individualism and knowing yourself, then, this time may be more so very abundant for you. Because that's another thing. Where the wealth is going to be, and where people are going to want to invest is in individuals. It is in unique energy and in people living in their own truth. When it comes to social media, Aquarius energy, when it comes to fame and things of that nature, it's going to be very, very hard for people who are not truly authentic in the space of whatever they're in to continue to go on. So even in the commercial space, even in the ad space, people are going to be looking for folks who are very unique, and it's like only they can do what they do, and they're living in their own truth, y'all. So, and I'm excited for that. Okay, I'm excited for that. You're going to see a lot of people change, especially Sagittariuses. You're going to see them change how they are interacting online and social media. We're going to see a lot of people, of course, come out to be like a little more sexy and a little more, but people are just going to be very more so living in their own truth. Okay. And like people are going to be coming out of wearing all of these masks, whether the mask is being ripped off or whether people are being inspired to be more of themselves. You see what I'm saying? Because right now things is more about, oh, well, this is going to sell. This is what's going to go viral. Well, what's going to start going viral is people who have that rooted energy of individualism and uniqueness, and they are true to their own authentic self. Okay, so it's just gonna happen that way. In that way, that's just what it is. It's just what it is. Okay, that's where the wealth is going. That's where the power is going. That's where the resources is going. Why? Because these energies can continue to authentically create that energy, that vibe, or whatever it is that is pushing that, whether it's the campaign, the PR, the product, whatever. This person is doing it authentically. So there doesn't have to be a whole machine. It doesn't have to be a whole team. It doesn't have to be. It's cheaper. It's like, it's smart business to go towards somebody who can, like, they just know how to do their shit. Like, they are authentically good in what they're doing. And we may kind of see, like, people getting out of the energy of dealing with the jack of all trades person and really dealing with the expert. You see what I'm saying? Scorpio energy is very focused. Pluto energy is very focused. Like, no, I need the expert. I need the person who is obsessed in what they're doing. I need the person who can continue doing the same thing over and over again, and they love doing the same thing over and over again, and they've perfected doing the same thing over and over again. And when I go to this person, I know the results that I want. When I go to this person, I know the results. I know their work. I know what to expect, you know. So that's cool. Now, because I've just been talking. Whew, let's get into the signs. But it's just so much about this placement, bro. A lot of the other videos are like 3 hours, 3 hours. I can talk here and I can sit here and talk. Okay. Intuitively, Spirit is talking about, watch out for like your inheritance. Understand whether it's like power of attorney, things like that. Family, finances, things of that nature. Needing to get a better like understanding with that generational wealth as well. This is a good time to create that for yourself, or come out of cycles that impede generational wealth. Literally, whether that's going to Starbucks every single day and just spending your money, and that's another vibe that I picked up, and that's already happening. Companies who stand behind unethical practices, unethical belief systems, and things of that nature, they will be seeing a hit, honey. This Pluto and Aquarius energy is not playing. Okay, it's not playing. So Aquarius, we're gonna start with you since it is your birthday. I've been talking. Okay, y'all. Okay. I didn't even talk about how, well, no. Well, should I? I don't know. Okay. So Aquarius, this is your first house. This transit is happening in your first house, okay? The foundation of who you are is changing, okay? You are connecting to your personal power like it is nobody's business, because it ain't nobody's business, okay? Depending on if you have gifts or not, honey, okay? Ancestor work and things like that could be great for you. At this time, but I really do think that a lot of Aquariuses, we're going to soar to the top in this energy, because we already have that vibe of like, you can't tell me what to do. We're already in the energy of rebellion. We rebel every single day in our outfits, in what we talk about, and being very stubborn and strong in our beliefs. We're not the sign, like we're not, I feel like Libras, like, the people pleasing Virgo signs, we're not the energy of like, oh, we're just gonna go with the flow, whatever. We stand on principle, we stand on values, we're very honest and transparent. So a lot of this energy we already operate in, okay? But you are connecting to your power, okay? And by connecting to your power, you are connecting to your wealth. Aquarius, is going to be very important for you to connect your intelligence, okay, with your power, with understanding that you can do it, like solid belief in self, fused with intellect and fused with your creative genius, and infused with that scorpionic energy, that Pluto energy of obsessing or connecting to something and really putting your energy, time, and putting your all into things, okay? The wealth is coming. Aquarius, some of y'all may be the first in your family to create generational wealth or to break some sort of generational blockage in finance, if that makes sense. Let's see. Major focus on the transformation of the physical body, self-image, life philosophy, your appearance as well. Aquarius, I honestly, it's, I really do feel like we're moving into the age of Aquarius, and I think that's why this is happening. That it's no longer an option for Aquarius to sit back. That we are just being forced to the forefront, because if we are the energy and the sign of rebellion, then we will be the leaders of like, we're the leaders of the collective energy of that. So Aquarius, we're stepping into a time of leadership. And so we're going through the molding and the folding of being made. Okay. So whatever that is, and again, the first house can connect to the ego and things of that nature. The first house is, ruled with Aries energy. But for the most part, y'all, Aquarius, we're about to be sexy than a mug. You hear me? Sexy than a mug. Very, very much loud. Yeah, loud focus on appearance. Life philosophy, how we see life, all of that. Trying to think what else. Self-awareness. So this is already happening, but self-awareness, self-reflection, a lot of journaling could be happening. A lot of work on the psyche and the mind, and for a positive change. That, a lot of these things are coming up for so you can learn how to handle them and have an experience a positive change. Okay, love that, love that, love that. First house is about new beginnings as well, so love that. I'm getting that, sometimes I'm getting the vibe of like, when one door closes, another one opens. So I'm getting that vibe too, of like, you might just change your total trajectory of where you want to go, especially with that energy of wealth with Pluto, of just, and also figuring out where you are on a excuse me. Yeah, figuring out where you are when it comes to how you are connecting with your Kundalini energy and sex and all of that. Okay, so let's see here. Aquarius during the Pluto and Aquarius transit. Passion. Yeah, I picked that up. Let's see, Aquarius. Most definitely changing your appearance. And I know I've noticed that I've been wearing more leather. The Empress. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh. Y'all are stepping into the energy of abundance. You are recognizing and seeing how you hold yourself back with the Four of Pentacles. Any sort of lack of mentality, or any sort of confidence issues and things like that. Aquarius, you're getting ready to step into a very, very abundant space. And how this is popping up or connecting to Pluto is through passion. And passion comes from Kundalini energy. So that is very great, guys. Whew, okay. I can also see healing around the divine feminine here, healing within the body as well. Oh, this is so good. I love this so much, so much, so much. With passion, Empress, that is also the vibe of pregnancy. Okay, Pluto is connected to birth, okay, as well. Wow, man. I feel like Aquarius, there's a lot of things that you've been holding tight to your chest, okay? And I just feel like you're stepping into the Empress energy. Like, you're the mother, honey. And with the Empress, she holds all 12 signs on her crown. And I feel like that's it. That's what I was saying. Like, Aquarius is stepping into becoming the leader in the zodiac. And it is what it is. Our energy is needed. Wow. And I see Aquarius stepping into that Plutonian energy of like opulence with the Empress, right? The material wealth, you know, being the queen of the material world. Material girl. Chanel. I'm also seeing, this is a lot, like abundance. This person has this fruit basket on his head, and this is about fruits. Treat yourself, all this stuff, motherly love. You're gonna have enough to be. Your passion is fueling so much that you have enough for yourself, and then you have enough to give to others as well. Okay, but I think that there's some sort of phase or new change in perspective, because you have the Hangman. The Hangman is to be able to see things from a different point of view, right? To flip things up top of their head like that. So I see a big change in like your perspective and how you're seeing things and how you're seeing life. Literally going out of a lack mentality into an abundant mentality. Okay. Woohoo. Go Aquarius. Okay, Pisces. Pisces, this transit is hitting your 12th house, okay? And this is the house. This is interesting, Pisces, because Pluto is already connected to the subconscious, okay? Pisces, this is gonna be a big. It's gonna be a heavy dive, okay? It's gonna be a real deep dive, Pisces. You might This is connected to the vibe of like closure, karma, aging as well, healing. You may be learning new ways of like, or having transformation in your healing journey, using different modalities of healing, okay? Because the subconscious is going to be very loud, Pisces. This is a time for you to really open up. Again, Pisces is a very, look at that. Pisces is a very spiritual sign and very gifted sign and very intuitive sign. I see y'all being very like open, Pisces. I don't know if I want to. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. I see y'all being very open and dealing with, and you know, it is what it is, but dealing with and working through a lot of heavy issues, okay? Yeah, it's about what it is that you need to surrender. And I was thinking that too. Y'all may start, you know, looking into things more on the spiritual side of like, oh, I want to know my Akashic record. I want to know about my past life, things of that nature. But this is about releasing like heavy guilt. I'm seeing like unorthodox ways of healing, but it's bringing the heavy stuff to the forefront so you can really, really release it and let it go. This is all about forgiveness. This is all about karma. Your dreams can be very heightened all through this transit as well. So the first card that you have, Pisces, is Nourish, okay? Some of y'all may need to change your diet here. Some of y'all could be getting into teas as well, or using different type of like herbal ways of healing. But I do think because this energy may be it's a lot of work, a lot of deep diving and subconscious work and healing. I feel that you're going to be stepping into needing to learn how to nourish yourself. Okay. And watch out for like overeating or overindulging. But again, it's getting down to the bottom of, okay, well, why are we over consuming? Why are we over drinking? Why are we overdoing this? You know, where is the addiction coming from? Where is the obsession coming from? Whereas all of that is coming up to the surface. Pisces, during the Pluto and Aquarius transit, messages for Pisces. Yeah, the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. So Pisces, what's going on here is that you're working through illusions, deceptions, from like stemming from your family. Ten of Pentacles. So like if addiction comes in your family or is somewhere in your family, you're like healing through that, or you're getting over the narrative with the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. The Seven of Cups is also is about being like a facade being put in front of your face or something, or there's so many options that you just didn't know, right? So I feel like you were given a lot of options, and wherever your foundation came from with the Ten of Pentacles, it kind of swayed that. And again, the Ten of Pentacles can talk about generational karma, generational patterns, and things like that. So I see you really breaking yourself through this, and Nourish is here because Pisces, with all of this heavy lifting and heavy work on the emotional level, on the subconscious level, on a generational level, on so many different levels, you have to nourish yourself along the way and give yourself a lot of love for doing the work, you know, and going through the process. Okay. That's really what I'm seeing. I also see you like walking away from family drama, or being like romanticizing or over romanticizing family dynamics or relationship dynamics, or like baby mama, baby daddy dynamics, dealing with toxic people, but like romanticizing that, okay? All right, Aries. Aries, this is hitting your 11th house. Pluto in Aquarius transit is hitting your 11th house. This is the house of friendships, of community, of hope. The people that you find things in common with and things like that. So I feel like there's going to be a big change or even endings around your community. Or see, this is the thing. Because Pluto is such a transformationary. I don't know if that's a word. It's such a transforming energy. And then with Aquarius being the vibe of like online community and group oriented spaces and places, there's gonna be a lot of it reminds me of like what I'm picking up is the lunchroom in high school. Like how the geeks hang out with the geeks and the cheerleaders hung out with the cheerleaders and the jocks hung out with the jocks. Well, because every single one of us is having some sort of deep transformational moment in our lives, well, the tables is changing, right? So a jock may go sit with the geek because his, I don't know, ninth house got lit up, and now he wants to study a different form of like faith or metaphysics or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So the collective in the lunchroom is really getting ready to be, basically we're getting assigned seating, I guess you can say. So because of that, there's going to be major change in your friendships in your community, and even the things or people that inspire you, because hope is connected to the 11th house, which is again ruled by Aquarian energy. Pluto is in what? Is in Aquarius. So Aries, you actually might get lit up pretty loudly, okay? In terms of like communities, all right? Oh shoots. I actually may read that because that actually makes a lot of sense. But there was something else that I was gonna bring about with that. What was that? Oh, okay. Aries, there may be, again, Pluto is connected to finding your personal power. Okay, so if you have been overly, it's like almost like over community, like overly connected, overly, or even like overly inspired, if that makes sense, with that hope being there. There's a change happening here because like it's time for Aries to kind of like find their independence outside of like friend groups and things of that nature, okay? Now also you could just find yourself in different community. Like say you're a black person and you've always been in community of black folks. Well, you may end up moving, or some sort of change could happen, and now you're in community of like Italians or whatever. I don't know, So I see that happening. Let me see. Change in interest as well. Changes in interest. Outgrowing people. Finding new friends. Yeah. Group creativity. Experimentation, the future. changing how you see the future, changing how you see your own future. Let's see, Aries for Pluto and Aquarius. Reframe. Aries, you got the reframe card with intuition. Yeah. It's time for you to rely on your own intuition. It's time to not be so dependent on literally 6 of Cups. What your friends think, what your siblings think. Nostalgia. This is also the energy of soulmates, people from the past life connections, stuff like that. The 9 of Pentacles is here, and the 9 of Pentacles is it talks about independence. Okay, literally financial independence. Some of y'all could be disconnecting from people or friendships or whatever who they use you financially or they use you for something. Okay, it's time to reframe the self. All right. So, and then yeah, the 5 of Cups is here, which talks about things could have happened. It's like the 5 of Cups is the vibe of crying over spilled milk. Like, I think Aries, you're finally stepping into a space of understanding that whether it's friendships, community, exes, whatever, that it is truly over. Okay. And you're reframing your mind, of how you're seeing that, or the story that you've been telling yourself. So you can truly move forward. Because the 5 of Cups is steady looking back towards the past. The 6 of Cups is the energy of nostalgia in the past and people who keep coming back from the past. Okay. And then you have the 9 of Pentacles energy, which is like, it's time for you to really stand on your own too, in some sort of a way. Okay. So Taurus, this transit is hitting your 10th house crazy good, okay? Because this is the house of career, responsibilities, fame, purpose, empires, achievements. I'm going to take that too. Ooh. I like that. So, Taurus, you may be finding yourself getting out of one business and stepping into another. Or you can find yourself experiencing like a major rebirth in your career. Like a boom. Like when you originally got into it, having that much passion or that much buzz around your name or something like that. There may be a shift and change in responsibilities, like around house, homes, ownership, children, things of that nature. You may have more, you may have less, I don't know. Like say for instance, if you're on child support or something like that, the court, there could be some major decision in the courts that the money that you give is less or more, or there may be like you're moving homes or moving locations or something like that. I also see for Taurus, I'm getting more so a renewal vibe, like your passion coming back, you finding your purpose in your career again, you reconnecting with why you did it in the first place. But be careful though with this placement, because it's in your 10th house. 10th house rules fame. Okay. And your career and how you're being perceived in your career. So just be very cognizant of understanding that like there's like all eyes is on you. There are people watching. And so with this Pluto energy, it could be very polarized. And so specifically, watch out about things connected to that are taboo, exhibiting extreme behaviors, or something coming out sexually, or something that's coming out very lowbrow. You know what I mean? Just all of that. So, yeah, Taurus has to watch their career. I mean, it's good. Like, this can be very, very good. But at the same time, the thing about this placement is that you have to watch out for self-destruction, right? And a lack of personal power. So you have to stay in your personal power in order for you to like receive the blessings of this transit. Okay. So you have adventure popping out for you, Taurus, which I love so much. And you have illuminate too. That's what I feel. I feel like Taurus, it's time for you to you could be illuminated. Okay. You could be I'm getting also like finally being celebrated or finally being seen in some sort of way. Leveling up in a very, it's like making power moves as well. Look, Taurus is there. Taurus with the Pluto. There it is. Yeah, Taurus, watch out, because you have the Ten of Swords, the Tower, and the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is the energy of going back and forth, arguments, beef, but you know, it all could just be kind of like fun and games, whatever. But it's a lot of energies with the Five of Wands, like going back and forth. A Scorpio could be involved here. With the Ten of Swords and the Tower, this is the vibe of like a foundation could be coming down to the ground, okay? But also I feel like you may have to really work really hard to get the achievement or the recognition, okay, that I'm seeing here. But I also feel like you may be the one bringing something down to the ground. I feel like, Taurus, you may be like like I'm almost getting like whistleblower vibes. I also see you fighting fears and, you know, of almost like fears of like you don't want something to end or what. Yeah, it's like you don't want the worst to happen, so you're putting in a lot of work and energy to keep something very solid. Okay. Let's see. My little voice going in and out. Gemini. This energy is in the 9th house of foreign travel, higher education, faith, belief, religion, gurus, journalism, taking risks. So you may find yourself like reading different like news outlets or researching and getting your news from different spaces or you know, places. But what I got here, what's loudest for you, Gemini, is a change in your faith and belief system. Okay. A change in your faith and belief system. Your aspirations may change. I also see you traveling more as well. Okay. Or thinking about going to school, or just totally, if you're in school, thinking about going to school for something totally different. Okay. Let's see. Gemini for the Pluto and Aquarius transit. Purpose. So yeah, finding your purpose, and you have closure. closing out one thing and connecting to a purpose in something else. And again, this is connected to aspirations. You really taking a deep dive and getting down to the bottom of like why. Oh, I see travel. I see travel. Yeah, getting deep down to the core of like, well, why am I studying this, right? Or why am I traveling here? Or even like, or why am I living in this area? Why am I living in this state? Okay, really exploring yourself. Yeah, you have the King of Swords popping up, so I see you really being in your energy, Gemini. I see you being very confident. Your finances looking good as well. Like you're in the upright. You're really showing up. With the Six of Swords, this is the energy of going to a new space. Some of y'all are going to be moving. Some of y'all are just going to be like, I don't think I want to live in this town. You know? Okay, love that. And I can see y'all being a little more, you know, to yourself. Let's see, Cancer. Oh, this is a big one. Cancer, this is in your 8th house. That's connected to the Pluto energy. This is connected to investments, secrets, obsessions, sex, stalking, the underworld, all of that. Cancer, be very, very careful about what you are concerning yourself with, because, or be very careful with like literally your exes who you used to have sex with, drama connected to them, or some of y'all, some Cancers, y'all, an ex may become obsessed with you, or you may become obsessed with ex, not everybody, or y'all can end up getting a stalker or whatever. So be very discerning with who you are dealing with in your love life. Okay, watch out for like, you know, your secrets and things like that. Just move in a very upstanding way, moving with the energy of integrity. Okay, I can totally see exposure around anything going on sexually, exes, affairs, all of that. And like stay out, or maybe y'all feel like y'all want to expose somebody or whatever, but it's the energy is not yeah, it says release, all right, Cancer, for real, release it, let it go, because I don't feel that things will go like in the most positive way. Okay, so also though I can see Cancer diving into themselves on an intimate and sexual level. You know, it may be a change in some of your sexual kinks, or finding different sexual kinks, or selling your feet, okay, or making money in pantyhose or whatever. Okay, or being into that. It is what it is, and Cancers are very like sensual, so you know, it is what it is. And we're all grown here. In all of my videos, I don't, all of my videos are rated like not for children, which is like kind of crazy, because sometimes I do numbers and I'm like, I know that some other channels, they do numbers because they don't have that on there, and they be like, oh, I'm not going to show this card because YouTube is cracking down on this. I just do it that way. So it's like I get the numbers too, but it's almost like I'm working twice as hard because I'm already putting a filter on my work. But I just believe in being able to like freely express yourself, you know. Okay. So Cancer. Cancer, Pluto, and Aquarius. Okay, yes. So with Temperance here and release, yeah, I see Temperance is the energy of needing to like come into balance, to purify oneself. Cancer, y'all could be stepping into a mode of like being abstinent. Yeah, practicing abstinent or being celibate. I'm seeing that as well, but I do really practice discernment with who you're having like sex with. This is not a transit, especially because Pluto is connected to the energy of death and dying. I'm just gonna be honest, okay? So really needing to have discernment with what you're investing in, and this is also the vibe of like doing like underhanded stuff that's illegal and all of that. Like people who are doing this may be exposed around you or whatever, but it is a sign of like, if you are doing these things, bro, it is not the time to scam. It's not the time to hit a lick. It's not the time to go like or if you are in a good place, Cancer, right? You got your house, you got your finances, all this stuff. This is the vibe of like people may come around you because they see that you have things, and you're needing to vet these people because these people could be doing things that are underhanded, weird, all this stuff, but it's gonna be exposed. But the thing is that when it becomes exposed, you don't want to be nowhere near it. Okay, so I do see something about healing around family dynamics and releasing something that could have happened within the family, whether this is an ex, whether this is a baby mama, baby daddy, whether this is something that was involved in sex or involved in like family and money, family and business, family secrets, stuff like that. Spirit is saying that it's time to release. So in this transit, it's about releasing, letting go. Also, because when the Temperance card is here, and he's literally at a bar, but anytime the Temperance card pops up, it talks about having moderation, even needing to have moderation in things. Okay, so I really feel like Cancer's sensuality, I feel like you're needing to have moderation in that. And then there is a vibe or an energy of like pregnancy here. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. And then you have the Page of Cups at the bottom. Yeah, both of these cards, I'm getting a big message around alcohol. About, moderation being key. Eight of Cups, walking away from things. Knowing when to walk away from things, okay? Leo, 7th house. 7th house is connected to Libra. It's connected to contracts, justice, law, partnerships, best friends, marriages and relationships. So Leo, I can see certain endings and closures in your relationships, or certain things that spark major endings in the dynamics of certain relationships. Also, this could also hit your work a little bit because, or your business, because the 7th house is about contracts as well. Okay. Now there could be a renewal and rebirth in like some relationships, but these are relationships that would be in alignment with you. So Leo, you may have this vibe where it's like you see an ending in something, but a renewal in another situation or whatever. Look, you have barrier and forgive popping out. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, there may be a renewal in your relationships because the barrier that has been blocking it from hitting the energy of renewal is forgiveness. Okay. But that's not the card. That's not what I want to pull for you. You may find out something very deep about your partner, and it may be like, did I even know this person? Or, you know, getting really deep with your partner. Excuse me. Leo, what's going on with Leo with the Pluto and Aquarius? Love that. So Leo, you have passion and flow. So that's it. Literally. That's it. Leo, you're going where the passion is flowing. You're going where the energy is flowing. What I'm getting with the Pluto energy is that what's going to happen is something comes up to the surface. It might be dramatic. It may be whatever. It also might be passionate. You may have a passionate moment with somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, this is it. Or you just feel the flow of like how easy things are. Leo, I feel like you are closing out chapters or healing relationships that were just so hectic and so bogged down by people who like you just couldn't evolve with. Okay, so karmics, where things grew to a certain extent, but then that was it. So you're going where the flow is. All right. Let's see. Also, you're gonna see the truth within your connections. Okay, you're gonna see the truth within your connections. You're also going to step into the energy of recognizing balance. Okay. Time to yourself. Time within your relationship. If somebody is codependent, if they need too much of your time, if they're needing too much of this, too much of that. It's a lot happening here. Pluto and Aquarius for Leo. Yeah, the Six of Wands. And the Six of Pentacles. Yay. Yeah, the Six of Wands talks about things looking good, feeling successful. A new beginning, and I'm getting free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. Yeah, Leo, I feel like y'all are going to be leaving something behind. I think that something may happen that like it really touches your soul. Like, say you see your grandparents sitting and they're like, I've been married for 60 years or whatever, and you're in a relationship with somebody and you're like, do I even see that? It's like a lot of deep diving happening when it comes to your relationships and who you're dealing with and who you're dating and all these things, and love it so much. You're graduating when it comes to your relationships. Okay. Six of Pentacles is big because the 7th house is connected to Libra, is connected to law, is connected to balance, right? And on the 6 of Pentacles, the Libra scale is here, okay? There could be a Libra that is significant, but I'm just seeing that I feel like y'all are going to find someone who like y'all can really grow with. Like, y'all both have enough to put in something. Like, if you want to go on a trip, y'all, it's like more than enough money there. I can also see you being in a relationship where y'all are like good Samaritans. Y'all are helping people and giving to people, or helping family, or helping other people get to a certain level of success. Okay. Virgo. Where we at? 133. All right, Virgo. This Pluto and Aquarius transit is hitting your 6th house. Okay. This is going to be very interesting because the 6th house is all about the health. Okay. It's all about your diet, your well-being, your rituals, what you're doing on the day-to-day, how you are approaching work. I see major changes in how you are approaching work, Virgo. How you are working, it could be where you are working, how you're communicating, whatever it is, Virgo, something majorly is changing in your career, okay? But also, Virgo, the 6th house, that is actually your house. It's like about, this is what I picked up intuitively while I was writing it. Virgo, you're trying to learn a new skill. Or like, literally, like you may be trying to put together like some new product, and you're like trying to immerse yourself on like learning about this product or how this product is made or vendors of this product, and it's something new. You're throwing yourself in new spaces when it comes to your career. These are spaces that you really haven't stepped into or broke out into. So there's going to be a lot of major change. It could even be in terms of relationships within the workspace. Okay. Yeah, some major is changing with Virgo in their work. Okay. Virgo for Pluto. I see you also trying out different methods, but also, though, 2 things. Well, it just depends, because it's almost like a 50-50 split. There are some Virgos who are going to step into major changes in their health. Some Virgos are going to step into major changes in their career because of their health. Because the thing about the 6th house, also watch your gut, okay, your stomach, and like your anxiety and things like that. But the 6th house, it kind of hits work and health. You guys could literally become vegans within this transit. You can, I don't know, become pescatarian. Whatever it is, okay? Develop allergies, so. Also, like rehabs, well, maybe not rehabs, but like going through detoxification processes in some sort of way. Virgo 6th house. Stop smoking, stopping drinking. And again, this one is a little, because Pluto is do or die energy, bro. Pluto is going, whatever that thing is in your diet, whatever it is in your health, whatever you're overdoing, whatever method that is not working in your business sector or your scheduling in terms of family, work-life balance, all of that is going to become a major problem and a major issue, and it's going to be shown to you. It's going to be shown to you, and then that's that do or die energy. Pluto's like, all right, well, what you going to do now? This is like, Pluto is the vibe of exposure, of truth. Okay, well, so Pluto is pulling up to Virgo like, oh, okay, you say this is your passion, this is your work, this your office, this your business. Okay, well, we're going to see if that's the truth. And that's what it is. Oh, this is your skill set? This is what you say your skill set is? This is what you said? Okay, we're going to test it and see. This is your method? Okay, well, we're going to test this method and see if it's tried and true. Like, So listen, we're gonna see if this method is really sustainable. All right, Virgo for Pluto and Aquarius. Surrender and create. That's what I'm talking about. And purpose. Yeah. Yeah, it's some sort of change. All right, Virgo, Pluto, and Aquarius. Okay, so there's a lot of themes around family here. Okay. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Create, Surrender, and the Queen of Cups card. Queen of Pentacles is at the bottom. So with Surrender and Create, there's a vibe here of, for one, needing to let something go. So something is going to come up to where you're like, okay, I need to surrender that. I need to let that go. Again, with this Create card, and it looks like a little like craft box. Like it's painting here. There's pencils here. It looks like a little idea jar, a paintbrush. Something is like growing out of it. So I think it's what I'm getting is that it's time to surrender something, and it's time to start creating something new. Okay. There could be a water sign involved, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Whoever this is, this person can be a family member. I'm also seeing you, Virgo, turn to being more of the Queen of Cups, which is the energy of being like very loving and caring and soft and like at home with your cats and your animals. And I think that some of you are going through a major change in your work because of your health and your family life. So you're creating another avenue so you can show up in these spaces a little bit better. I think whatever you've been doing, Virgo, you might have been clocking in a lot. So like right now you're in the energy of like learning new skills and new methods so you can be in the Queen of Cups energy. Queen of Cups is like, she's like the loving, caring, nurturing energy. Very, very watery, mothering energy of like, you may want to be home to like cook for your kids, or you want your kids, like when your kids get home from school, or you pick up your kids, or like they like you want them to see mommy, or you want them to see daddy, or even like, I don't know, I'm just getting like more time at home, warmth, energy. You've been in the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, and even on the card it talks about, it says on the card, the woman is baking macaroons. You may want to pick up bacon or something. Some of y'all learning how to cook. Now the thing about Virgos is they are known to do very well in the kitchen and with plants and gardening and stuff like that. I've never met a Virgo who can't cook. If they think they can't cook, it's because they ain't really tried, or like, yeah, it's they psychologically like psyching themselves out. All Virgos can cook. So that may be something that y'all are learning, like picking up skills that are more connected to being the Queen of Cups. Okay. But this Queen of Pentacles here says baking macaroons is an art form. It takes precision, patience, and passion to create the perfect macaroon. So like you've been really focusing on like literally the macaroon, the business, whatever. Now you're focused on loving things around you. Like you are putting in the nurturing and the caring, but it's to things that are not items, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. It's not product. It's not, it's things that you are putting your energy and effort into places and spaces or people. You're now doing you're building like your emotional career, if that makes sense. And it's connected to the Ten of Pentacles, which is family. Okay. Some of y'all may be wanting to make money with family, like as a group doing something like that. Okay. Libra, 5th house. Ooh, Libra. You may be changing how you are dating, who you are dating. Your type may be changing. Your creativity may be changing. I love this. Your romance, your humor, how you deal with children, thinking about children. Do you want children? Do you not want children? Right? Theater, costume. This is, I really think that Pluto and Aquarius energy coming in the 5th house is very fun. I think it's just very fun. Okay. So let's see, Libra, Pluto and Aquarius. Approve. You've been approved. Okay. Libra, with approve here, I feel like y'all are going to be coming out of this energy of seeking the approval of others. Okay. So the vibe of like, okay, so some of y'all may like have a type in dating, but you don't really go after that type because like, you're like, oh, I don't know if my family's going to like them. I don't know if it's going to be, you know, if my community is going to like, I don't know if it's going to be the approval. Libra, I feel like, excuse me, y'all are stepping out of the energy of like seeking the approval of others. Okay. Even in your creativity, what you're creating, what you're putting out, what you're writing, the costumes that you're putting on, the outfits that you're putting together, how you play, what you find entertaining or whatever. I just feel like you're coming out of the vibe of like seeking this approval, which I just love because Libras be like, I don't want to offend anybody. Da, 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 da. Aquarius be looking like, girl. Libra. All right. Libra, Pluto on Aquarius. Yes, Libra, you have been... With this 7 of Swords vibe, y'all are coming out of the energy of how you are like self-sabotaging yourself, showing up in your true light. This is the energy of like you've been shrinking yourself for others, Libra, for approval. Whether it's like approval of whoever you're dating, family or in-laws or followers, fans, like whatever. And the thing is that in some way, shape, or form, with the 7 of Swords, you've been self-sabotaging. Okay? Yeah, you've been like self-sabotaging who you are with the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is the energy of being able to take care of oneself, being able to financially stand on oneself, being able to like emotionally, mentally. It is the energy of independence. So I feel like y'all have been in the energy of seeking approval, right? But you will be bringing in more coins, honey, and you will be feeling more emotionally fulfilled and all of these things. When you decide to like literally let all of this go and literally show up as yourself, Libra. How you want to play, what you like, what entertains you, your romance, and even telling your person, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. This is like too much of like you're trying to be the perfect wife or you're trying to be the perfect husband or whatever. This transit is coming in your 5th house for you to really change it up and rebel. You know, rebel in your creativity. You know, you're in the boardroom or you're in the meetings. Rebel. This is my vision. This is what I'm sticking to. This is what, you know, having more of a voice. Woo, child. All right, y'all. Scorpio, 4th house, home, family, comfort, change, all these things. So what I got for y'all, Scorpio, is that a lot of y'all could be changing your home, like either buying a new space, changing the decor in your home. You're getting down to the bottom of why something brings you comfort, why some space has brought you comfort for so long, and that could be changing. Habits of comfort, getting down to the bottom of why you're doing certain habits and why that habit brings you comfort. Yeah. So it's a deep dive on that. Now this one is a little tricky, Scorpio, because things could be reaching ahead when it comes to your family. Okay. And almost like what they instilled in you, and almost like excuse me, some of y'all, there may be this little energy of just a little bit of like maybe resentment for parents or caregivers of like, my life looks this way because you did this, that, and the third, you know. So you know, that might be it. But what I'm really seeing is that you guys could be stepping into I almost said extreme independence, but I see you guys stepping into independence from like your family. Okay, if that makes sense. A total renewal in your self-care regimens as well. You identifying, I just feel like if you liked pistachio ice cream and that is what like gave you comfort, that's not doing it anymore. Like, it's something else new that's coming to the surface. Okay, so let's see, Scorpio, during this Pluto and Aquarius transit. Illuminate, revisit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, y'all are revisiting certain things so it can come to light, so it can illuminate. And these are lotus flowers, and lotus flowers, they grow out of the mud and come up to the top and then they sit on the top, you know, looking beautiful and pretty as ever. So Scorpio, and I mean, you guys already know this energy because, I mean, it's Pluto. Hello. But you are revisiting things. Some of you could actually revisit a home, buy your childhood home, something of that nature. Revisiting certain moments in your childhood. What does that say? Oh, rejuvenation. Oh Lord. All right, Scorpios, Pluto and Aquarius. Yeah. Some of y'all are gonna be moving. I'm seeing that. I think I'm gonna put these back in because, well, no, maybe I'll leave it out. This transit is, I keep seeing the Nine of Pentacles, and it really is about individualism and being able to, you know, stand on your own. So the Nine of Pentacles for you, Scorpio, is being read as like self-care. Being able to create time, because the Six of Pentacles, I see you as a good Samaritan. I see you as the person who's focusing on home and family. I see you as the person who is like doing all this giving, but you're really finding a balance here, and giving yourself the time for rejuvenation and self-care. So the Nine of Pentacles for you, Scorpio, I feel like your health is going to be in a better space. Some of y'all too may start buying like expensive water filters, expensive air filters. I don't know why I got this. Drinking like really clean alcohol, or like buying the best alcohol that you can drink. Like being very specific, like new things that are like very healthy but are also very comforting for you. Like, I don't know why this popped up, but like, I don't know if this is a thing, but like organic condoms and stuff like that. I don't know why that popped up, but I mean, Scorpio, hello. It's like opulence but health put together. It's like your self-care regimen is going up another level, but then also telling like family and friends that like, no, I have to make time for myself. I see you traveling more as well with the Six of Swords, and also with the Four of Swords. Some of my Scorpios are going to are stepping into like a religious space, but bringing that opulent energy. So some Scorpios could be investing in a lot of money, like in their prayer closet, or like the altars that they have in their home, or like literally like a Scorpio could install like a stained glass in their like spirit room, or have like a room that is dedicated to their spiritual practices or something like that, or buying a space or a home or a place where it is like specifically for like if you do rituals, if you pray, whatever it is, if you do manifestation or whatever, it's like really creating time for your self-care, for your journaling, but then also for some it's crossing over to the space of like spirituality, praise, worship, stuff like that. Okay. I can also see y'all going on like journeys that are like connected, like spiritual journeys and shit like that. Like I'm gonna go revisit this space, and this space triggers a lot of healing for me, and it helps me spiritually evolve, you know. So hey. Okay, what else? Sagittarius. This is gonna be very interesting, okay? And this is my rising, so I'm kind of like, And when it comes, I should have said this at the beginning. When it comes to astrology, your sun sign is not what you should really go off of. It's your rising sign. So even though I'm an Aquarius sun and moon, it's best that I look to my rising sign, which is Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius, this is hitting your third house. This house is about like communication. It's about how you connect with your immediate community, your neighbors, your siblings, and even who you're dating as well. For the most part, Sagittarius, I see a big change in your social media stance, like a whole social media overhaul. How you are communicating with folks. I see you guys learning, like y'all could be going to Toastmasters, like to work on your speaking. Some of y'all could be learning a new language, Italian. Some of y'all could be even, I don't know why but some of y'all could be trying to learn a dead language. Okay, everybody knows in academia what the dead language is, honey. That's Latin. Okay, but or like, well, Greek. But you may be wanting to learn like a new language. Okay, now if this is not a new language that's specific to a region, then this could be a new language in terms of I'm finding the words how to express myself, like on some therapy shit or like self-help vibe. Like I found the words to express what happened to me in my childhood. Like I see a growth in like emotional intelligence, but also like communicating with emotional intelligence, if that makes sense. Being very cognizant and watching or noticing or being more self-aware of how you're speaking to people, how that's coming off, especially in an online space. Okay, because the third house is all about your speech, your thoughts, things of that nature. Let me see. Yeah, it's about your perception, honey. Okay. Some of y'all may be going on little trips. I don't know. There's something about, okay, Sagittarius, some of y'all could be moving, right? But it's like where you're moving, Like some of y'all could be moving close to somebody that like you could be moving close to a sibling or a family member, or you could be moving closer to someone you're dating, or like you could be moving closer to a specific surrounding that you want to surround yourself by. You could be moving to be in a certain social circle. It's like a specific thing here. Yeah. And then on the third house here, it's a lot about art too. It literally has art spray painted. Some of y'all could be there's an old school camera here, right? There's a shoe here. There's art, there's graffiti, brick wall, whatever, right? But also though, the third house is connected to the street life, or like you know how they say, oh, this person is book smart and street smart. There's something with Sagittarius where the street smart aspect is getting activated with this transit. Okay, so like really being on your toes or something. I think also paying a lot of attention to like your day to day, right? You're walking around, whatever, you're shopping, or you're going around the corner for your coffee in your neighborhood or whatever. With this transit, Sagittarius is highly aware of like the conversations that's going on with the people walking by. I don't know, Sagittarius, you may be like, I don't want to say outside more, but I see you being out like in community more, but because, or like you could be moving or whatever, but you're in a community, but you're moving around more. Like literally the third house, street life. This is like community, like the school around your corner and stuff like that. Like I see Sagittarius being more active, like in some sort of community, but because you're more active in that, or how you show up in the community is going to be different with this transit. But I'm also getting a vibe of being hyperly aware of what's going on around you, the conversations, or whatever. There could even be like a vibe of like you're walking and you hear a conversation, or someone hears your conversation and like they jump in. It's something like that. But anyway, let's see what your cards are. Sagittarius. I'm tired, though. But I didn't get a lot of work done today, and I was like, and I have to get up early in the morning for something. But that made me think about it. Sagittarius, something may be happening in your community where like you have to show up and be the liaison, if that makes sense. Like there could be someone elderly in your family. It's like, okay, well, I'm moving to help this elderly family member, but you're also going to be like taking them to and from where they need to go, or it's something like that. Or even like, well, my kids stay over here, or my kid is going off to college, so I'm going to go move over there. Something like that. Okay. Sagittarius. And for some of y'all, it just might be, I see something happening on social media. Okay. There's an overhaul in your social media perception. Oh my God, my Creole slipped. Okay. Social media, not social media. Social media. There could be fame coming in that area or whatever, and so you're being spotted and recognized more in your local area. Third house is about localness as well. Some of y'all could just be moving back home. Okay, Sagittarius, Pluto and Aquarius. Oh, you have ego. Okay, some of y'all are going to be reflecting on your ego. In that instance, yeah, be careful online. No. Woo. Oh my God. Pluto and Aquarius transit Sagittarius. Ugh, that keeps coming out. Oh, Sagittarius, honey. Hold it. People in your individual, people, oh, Lord Jesus. All right, so... All right, Sag. So within this transit, y'all have to watch out for your ego. You're needing to give back more. So your siblings, people around you, who you're dating, neighbors, where you come from, there may be a vibe of like people think you're selfish with the Nine of Cups. Like you have all this stuff, but you're not giving to anybody or anything. And with the Ten of Swords, it's causing a lot of pain and some sort of... It's almost like, well, you see this suffering happening, right? And so you have the Eight of Swords here, which is like, it's putting you in a state of like... Or also this could be a vibe, Sagittarius, where you feel like, well, I've given so much. Why aren't y'all giving back to me? Or something like that. But the Eight of Swords energy is like being in this mindset, this stuck mindset. Of like feeling stuck, but you're not really stuck. But the interesting thing here, Sagittarius, is on this card, there's mics here, and the third house is connected to communication. So, I'm also getting an energy of being like a little bit like misunderstood, where like people, like you're giving, but people don't see that side of you. People see you as a person who, like they talk their shit, whatever. Like there's a big ego, but it's almost like you're hurt because you feel like, why don't you see that I'm the Good Samaritan? Why don't you see that I'm giving? Why do you think I'm selfish? So, and it's weird because I feel like your perception or how you're being received or what people think about you, okay, Sagittarius with this transit, Pluto and Aquarius, the problem here with you is that you have not properly communicated who you are, who you truly are, what your identity is to your like people. There has been a disconnect between who you are, what you stand for, your authentic identity, and your people, where you come from, your community. There's a causing of hurt on both ends because it's almost like this vibe like where you forgot where you came from. This could be a Sagittarius who moved away from where they're from, or they chose to take another route or whatever it is. But now it's starting to mess with Sagittarius mentally with the Eight of Swords. So now it's like, and literally this person looks like they're at a press conference and like it's a lot of mics in their face or whatever. And it's like this person they feel like, well, shit, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say. Yeah. You have the Emperor and the Five of Swords. That's the energy of like masculine energy, but it being very like manipulative or winning at all costs or whatever. So I don't know, y'all. And it says reflect. Yeah, calm. Yeah. Okay. Some y'all may be doing something that, I don't know, you're calming down. Okay, you're calming down. This is like a cup of tea or something like that. Some y'all could be getting into drinking tea. Some y'all can be like getting into moon gazing as well. Yeah. I don't know. Some of y'all may need to get more sleep, more time to yourself. Some of y'all are going to be healing anger issues. With the lovers here, this could be connected in relationships too. Who y'all are dating. There could be a misconception or misunderstanding of who you are and what whoever you're dating thinks of you, or somebody you want to date or something like that. All right. Ooh, last but not least, Capricorn. Can't wait. Capricorn, y'all need to be very careful, honey. Y'all need to be very careful. Okay? Because this transit is hitting your second house of assets and finances. Okay? So this is about your material world, your material items that you own. This is about your talents, literally what talents you have to produce these material items of luxuries, luxuriousness, whatever. This is about your aesthetic, what you own, your credit score, your security. I see y'all doing a big purge in Capricorn, letting go of literally materials, getting rid of things that are old. Getting a new wardrobe, okay. I'm also seeing Capricorn getting into like luxury vintage, or like vintage stuff. Seeing the value in the clothing that you have, or the home that you have, or the car that you have. Seeing the monetary value in items that you have, and then also like getting the investment out of that. Really focus on your finances, Capricorn. Because the thing about it is now the upside with this, Capricorn, is that you guys will have like a little bit of luck in like investments or something like that, okay? But it would be connected to the earth. It would be minerals. It would be metals, crystals. Some of y'all may be getting into like selling crystals, stuff like that, or utilizing, putting crystals in clothing, or I don't know, designing something, aesthetics. Y'all could be getting paid off of aesthetics. That could just totally change and revamp your financial sector with something, learning more about the material girl and the material world. Okay, also just learning finances, stepping into the space of finances. But the thing is, the downside of this is that this can lead to like bankruptcy, with Capricorn vibe here, a total renewal and overhaul of like your financial practices. So here's the thing: if your financial practices are not great, it's gonna come to a head. So you're needing to practice financial responsibility. Some of y'all could be doing like what do they call that shit? Debt reconsolidation loans or whatever. Like y'all are needing to really. Y'all have a chance of having a new lease at life financially. So, doing some credit clearing, paying off your debt, all of that, okay? Capricorn, Pluto, and Aquarius. Reflect, yeah. There is something in your finances that you have to stop doing. Or there is something in terms of your material items, how you're taking care of them. Like, are you doing upkeep of your home, upkeep of your car? Are you paying attention to your credit? Are you keeping close attention to like the accounts that you have? All of that, okay? Also reflecting on what taught you your value system. How do you see money? Where did that come from? What did your family teach you about money? All that. And what do you need to change most all? Yeah, to create a new way. To create a new way, and you have balance. Okay. I'm also seeing making time for your material items. Making time to take care of the home. Making time to take care of the car. It's the upkeep thing, okay? It's like whatever you... What is it? What does the Bible say? Too much is given, much is required. So if you've acquired a lot of material worth yeah, if you've required a lot of material wealth, well, there's a responsibility that comes with that, okay? Woo, I'm tired. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. This talks about your day-to-day rituals, what you're putting your time and energy into. Yeah, I think that in some instances, when it comes to your finances and things, with the Page of Cups, there's a very young energy of like, oh, I want that cute little cup, like, oh, I want that milk tea, oh, I want that boba tea, or you know, oh, and again, the Page of Cups is the energy of like the fashionista. It's the energy of the fashionista, the dreamer, all of that. And so there's a vibe of, yeah. With the Eight of Pentacles, like, needing to focus on the upkeep of these things, you know, of these luxurious things. You know, what I just got in my head is like, you know how people are sneakerheads, right? And like they buy like some dead stock Jordans, right? And then they pay what, $1,000 from or whatever. I don't know how much this stuff is going, right? For them to sit in the closet and dry rot. And so when they go and actually look at, the next time they go and actually look at the sneaker, all of it's like foam. Like, so it's kind of, a Capricorn is needing to understand like their investment in the material world. And then also how to take care of that. Like, almost like deciding what is an asset and what is not an asset. Like, what is valuable and what is not. Honestly, some Capricorns, y'all could be getting into like what do they call it? Pawn stars. Like, you know, finding things that are very worthy, you know, or saving up your money and buying the luxury item instead of the fast fashion item, you know. So, yeah. And I see y'all getting after this pretty quickly, too. I see fast action around, you know. Some of y'all could even end up becoming people who, like, own organization business. I mean, isn't it? Organizing businesses and things like that. I see you doing fast action when it comes to taking care of the stuff that you have now. Hopefully, with the Pluto and Aquarius energy, nothing crazy has to happen for you to, like, the volcano or whatever explodes. Excuse me, for you to take care of it, because the Page of Cups is like this innocent little energy, you know. Look, yeah, and then you have the Death card here. And it says sales 70% off. So yeah, this talks about, you know, the savvy shopper, the discount queen, all of that. That is so cool. Yeah. Some of y'all could be creating some sort of business with what y'all have with the Three of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles. Because the Nine of Pentacles is like you're well off and you have a lot of material items and things like that. So, cool, cool, cool. Oh, again, also there may be a change in your work with the Three of Pentacles. There may be a change in your work. Like how you get money to invest in certain things. Or how your money is coming about. Where your security is coming from could change, okay? Now, let's see. Let's do a message for the collective. Ugh. What is that? Approve adventure. I'm just going to go with it. Approve adventure. And soul. Okay. So, it looks like we're all, you know, we're going on this adventure. Go ahead and approve the adventure because we're on a soul journey. There's a vibe of like your soul, for all of us, for the collective, that our soul is wanting to go on new journeys. Okay, so that is the point of the transformation and things like that. So just needing to connect with the soul and seeing where that leads you, and where you feel you need to be present in, and like where that path is taking you. Okay. Yeah, patience. Be patient with yourself. I feel like there's a vibe of there's a little vibe of like lostness. There's a little vibe of like lostness, and I wanna connect it to Aquarius because, you know, Aquarius is the water bearer, and this bucket is pouring out. And even before I looked at the card, I looked at it here, and we do have a collective community here of a lot of Aquarius. So be patient with yourself on your soul's journey. Sometimes it takes a while for us to be able to discern first and then acknowledge where our soul like wants to go, if that makes sense. or what direction our soul wants to go in. So just needing to really stay in touch with oneself. I do feel like this is going to be a big introverted time for us. A lot of us are going to be going back into ourselves to just figure out how to navigate this doggone space, okay? This place that we call life. Any details for the collectives? For the Pluto and Aquarius vibe. Alright, I'm just going to pull a few and see what all we get. I take that? Okay. All right, so I see health being a big focus here. Okay. Earth signs, the energy is loud here. So Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Yeah, those are big. Taurus is career, Virgo is like health, Capricorn is finances. So my earth signs, there may be like, y'all may need to really, you know, give yourself like really focus. Like don't just be doing shit, you know, like really discern and get active and temper yourself and stuff like that, because y'all have some big spaces, you know. So like Gemini is connected to the 9th house, which is just like faith and, you know, like explorative stuff. But earth signs are dealing with things that are very much so connected to their day-to-day life. Okay. So you have emotionally closed off, get active, the fruits of the spirit, cultural differences, intuition, love, earth sign, health focus, fashion, needs, time, and truth. Okay. So we have a lot here. Fashion. Somebody could be really into fashion or stepping into fashion. More focus on the health. Okay, but that makes sense with fashion, a change in appearance, getting active in something. Some of y'all may be coming across people, or like you're going through certain changes and people don't understand you because of cultural differences, or it's cultural differences when it comes to like your intuition, your spirituality, what you believe in, things like that. Some people are needing to, in a collective, are needing to work on getting more active, needing to take action. Some people are emotionally closed off, and they're needing to open themselves up to love, okay, or open themselves up to truth. And the truth of the matter is, sometimes some people just need time. Some people you can't do nothing with, you know, if they're emotionally closed off or whatever. Sometimes people just need time. Overall energy underneath the deck here is gratitude. Needing to operate and move in the attitude of gratitude. Okay, you have divorce at the bottom of the deck. Again, that, I mean, who's that? Leo. Yeah. Leo and who's fourth house? Is that Scorpio? Yeah, Leo, Scorpio, and Libra. Cancer, possibly. And Aries. Community, friendship, So yeah, y'all. That's what we have here, honey. I'm tired, but I feel fulfilled because I got my work done. Okay? I am sending y'all love and light. Peace.